Hey, what's up? Hey, that's Sarah. Sarah, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be here this early. Let's see. There we go. I've got a Warren Buffett quote for tonight's title. The Pokemon market is designed to transfer PSA 10s from the active to the patient. Actually, I don't know. I wonder if people want to actually catch that. Maybe people won't understand what it's referencing. Here, let's try a different one. How about, we'll do a simple one. How about this one? A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with the first step. Let's see, we'll copy that one. I thought tonight it'd be funny if we stole a quote. How about a journey of 1,000 Pokemon cards must begin with the, let's see, single booster. All right, there we go. We got some stuff. Let me hit copy here. Right in front of you, you got a fossil pack. We're going to start that up as the new pricey, expensive break. Although I don't think it'll be terribly expensive. We're going to say we're live right now for Friday night. Wait, today's Thursday. Thursday night, Friday morning. Unfortunately, tomorrow I have to go to the doctor with Karis. I don't know if it'll cut into our stream at all. It depends on how long it takes. We're going to hit copy on that. And we're going to send it. Did it work? Boop-a-doop, boop, 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 boop. Let me double check this, make sure it works. Okay, it works, good. That's what I wanted to see. Let's close that. Oh, yeah. I know, off early today from work. What? Nice. So we're going to be busy today, huh? We got a lot of stuff to do. Let's see. I'm going to close this. Let's cross-advertise. We always cross-advertise to Instagram and Facebook. All right. Good. And then let's grab Facebook as well. Closing this. We got 1 million views on Facebook recently. That's pretty cool. We got to get Mike's side on X next. You know, we took 7 years to do this. We shouldn't have waited so long. Seems that having Mike's side cross-post all of the content onto different platforms was pretty successful. Imagine we were still only posting to YouTube. I mean, we would be missing out on like 1.7 million views in 1 month. Okay, we're gonna post this. Good. All right, so we got a pre-order by Rookie Hune, 7 Obsidian Flames. And then let's check the website. Well, we got some more setting up to do, don't we? We got to get the tags going. Jeff had an order from 9 hours ago. Did we do that one? Tyranitar Gym Break? I think we did that one. Well, let's see. Let's grab those tags. Scoop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay, this shall say automatic. And we'll hit save on that. Good. Please save. Okay, I think that's saved. And then let's get these tags in here. So much work to do. We're starting pretty much on time. Just a normal Thursday night. Let's see. So that's all done. Let's get the iPad turned on. Oh, I know what we haven't done. We haven't pinned the website. Jesus, there's so many steps to starting up. Where do I see the prices? Wow, you're asking that question, but you got a TCC ball. You must be from the past. Prices are in the description of the menu. You can also check the website, which I just pinned. And the website, you know, I feel like if you just scroll through the description, you see so much more so quickly. A lot of people still prefer the website. I'm sorry, they still prefer the description. It's one of the things I've noticed. your password reset still won't send me anything. I can't order if I can't log in. You know, Tammy might be able to help you with that. Tammy was given some administrative powers on the website some time ago, and I believe she helped Mr. Kihyunro with the password reset. So she's able to do it. Of course, that means I'm able to do it too. I just don't know how that works. I've never helped somebody reset their password. So obviously I'm an admin on the website, and there must be like a way to send somebody's email a password reset button. Let's see, appearance, users, payment, customers. Maybe it's under customers. Customers, let's see. Username, email. Let's see, can I send them a reset password button? Wow, I got everyone's emails. That's pretty interesting. So this is website email capture for me? Let's see, fraud protection is now required. Let me click on, here's a Mr. Tam. Let's see what happens if I click on his name. So I can send a reset link under users. So what I would need is your email. Mr. Reed, if you send me your email on Discord, or if you send me an email with your email that you used on the website, I can send that email a reset password link, okay? So I have the ability to do that from the website. So there we go. Not that complicated. Hey gang, what's making coffee? How is everyone? You're making coffee? It's 2 a.m., bro. So there it is. The Pikachu break, $128. This is the big news on the channel this week. That's a really significant break. One of the coolest we've hosted. Okay. Here's a little $33 sub list for it. I suspect a couple of those sub lists might go off over time. Now, let's grab this fossil pack. Yuck. Throw that away. We're going to go ahead and set up some pack splits. So this will be the expensive split. I don't hit 40 hours by Wednesday, Thursday by slacking. Here we are. This guy's a slacker. He slacks. He's a slacking slacker. I knew it. Here we are. Welcome, guys. It's nice to see you all. Let's go ahead and fix that real fast. Now, sent a friend request on Discord so I can message you. All right, let me just accept that real fast. Boom. All right, you've been accepted. Okay, that might take a second to register. Now, how about these fossil packs here? Fossil booster pack. We made our title tonight like a wise title. A journey of 1,000 Pokemon cards must begin with a single booster. All right. Let's see. I like this one right here. I like this one a lot. So we're going to go with this one. So what I like to do when I do a vintage pack break with you guys, I always replace the booster. And I do this because I don't actually want to reduce my booster pack holdings. I want to, if anything, I want to increase it. But it looks like for this booster pack, the break is going to be $42. Much cheaper than the last one at $120. Of course, this one's not guaranteed to be heavy. So you can see how that's playing a significant role. This pack can contain a holographic Gengar, holographic Dragonite, holographic... what else is good in fossil? I guess Articuno. Yeah, that one's pretty good. All right, so this is going to be 42 if it's a heavy pack. Now, if it's a light pack, you're not going to pull those. But you might pull the non-holo version of them. So you might pull non-holo Gengar. You also might pull Psyduck and Slowpoke in this set. Those are pretty nice. Slowbros in here. All right, that's the pack split, the light one, huh? So let's see what we got right over here. Oh, we should do a Topps pack now. Yeah, we got these Topps packs. All right, here they are. Okay, we got the expensive split, which is going to be that guy. And then this is the cheap split, and it's going to be a Topps pack, the new Rainbow Topps pack. Good. So these are brand new. You guys are watching me putting this together. It's so nice. This one shall be $28 a spot. Quite a bit cheaper. All right. There we go. Let's see. Clefable 10, 1400. Buy it now. Meowth, not available. As sold. Nidoran. Oh, are you giving us the details on the all the cards from the set? What are we looking at here? It looks like you're showing us the jungle cards, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good money, man, for this vintage stuff. Good money in the vintage. You got to get a 10, though. And it might be even a good time to sort of acquire some gradable cards, because maybe people are slowing down on opening vintage because they know they can't grade it with PSA right now. Well, that's a great time to not spend any money on grading and to accumulate ungraded cards in the meantime. All right. Good. We're done with that. We got our 2 vintage pack breaks now. And let's go ahead and take care of Roki Hyun for the minute. You know, we don't have a lightning break, and we don't have a excuse me. We don't have a lightning break, and we don't have a heartbreak. So we've got a lot less on the table at the moment. We're going to keep building it up. This trade break's real popular, though. I will say that. Charmander trade breaks, very popular at $7. Is Roki Hyun here? If he's not here, maybe I don't want to service this yet. Maybe I'll wait till he's here. Let me grab the packs at least. Give me a minute. He wants some Obsidian Flames. Flame on! Here they are. So we got these 4 right here. Do we have any more? Yes. Oh, look at that. That's exactly 7. So we're set. 7 Obsidian Flames. Just waiting for Mr. I messaged you back on Discord. All right, give me a second. Mr. Reedmorin, we're going to go get that. Okay, so he's going to share his email with me, and then I think I'm going to be able to send him a reset password. All right. We're going to copy this. And let's go over here to users. Give me a minute. Please. Ah, there it goes. All right, we're going to put your email in. So then I'm going to search for you. There you are. And now I'm going to click this button called Send Password Reset. Click. I assume it worked. It didn't really do anything on my end. Oh, there it goes. Password reset link sent. All right, try that out. All right. There we go. I was on a date earlier when the Japanese Jungle Pack went off. Figured I'd throw out numbers for PSA 10s. Ooh, that's fun. Well, you know, it is nice to see that sometimes, you know, to kind of understand, you know, what was going on in that break. Let's take a look at the next order. Mr. Edwin Delsid says he'll take 3 of the Power Rangers. So these are new. They're not in the website. They're only on the YouTube menu. And we ran out of the new season packets, and now we're going to run out of season 2 packets. Let's see how many we got left. We're pretty low, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So here we are. We got these right here. And if you look, that's an empty box. Right? Empty? Oh, yeah. Smells like it's from 100 years ago. So you're looking at the last of the Power Rangers. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, in fact. I spent $360 for 3 spots. If all 2 of my commons and incoming cards graded 10, they looked good, I'll be up $12.85 based on buy it now prices. Now, that also depends on if they do grade 10, but it's also the cost of the grading too. And then you have to account for like shipping fees and when you ship it to the buyer and eBay fees. So it's a little closer. But yeah, if they always graded 10, you'd be rich. It'd be so easy. I mean, if all the cards in here graded 10, I'd be rich. I wouldn't sell it to you. I'd just open it. But it's more of a gamble because we don't know if they'll grade 10. So somebody gets lucky. Somebody probably does get a 10, but probably not the whole pack. That's what's interesting about it. And here's another interesting thing. You can pull like the holographic rare, and that card grades 8 and doesn't really make much money. And then someone else can pull like a Meowth, and that card grades 10 and is worth $1,000. So it's kind of interesting the way that can work. It is. All right, so the person who pulls the rare card isn't always the luckiest person, is my point. The person who pulled the card that can grade 10, they're the luckiest. All right, here we are. We got Alpha. Ooh, go Power Avengers. Here's Frankenstein. We're seeing a lot of repeat cards here. I recognize a lot of these. So the set's not very large. We're looking for a holo that's really good. Let's see. So this holo, this is the Rita's Prison. Rita Repulsa is shrank and put into this like capsule, I guess. I feel like I actually remember that. I didn't get the holo, but my cards were worth more. Nice. Jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. What's up, jumpy, jumpy, jumpy? Not to be confused with splashy, splashy, splashy. His name is Jumpy, Jumpy, Jump. All right. I was on a date earlier. Oh, I already read that. Mr. messaged you back on Discord. Parasec 10. I just picked up a Pop 1 Yellow Ranger card for $60. Here we are. All right. We got Clay Brains. Woo. Good. Set that there. And it's kind of a cool card. It shows all the Power Rangers off. What we got back here? We got Team Finals, no other holos. All right. So there we go. I'm waiting for a holographic to pop out that shows all the Power Rangers on one card. That'd be a great holo pull. There you go. I'm not going to go through all these. We've shown off the commons many times now. We know what they look like. We're looking to pull those commons as their special holographic versions. That's what we're looking to do now. Edwin Delcid. Hey, what's up, Edwin? Welcome back. Let's see. Elijah. Eddie. Edward Shelton. Eduardo. Efren. Edwin Delcid, did you need a new bag? Maybe a new bag for our friend, Mr. Edwin. I see you have a website now, Law. I've been paying subscriptions, but I haven't got on a live since I moved to Texas. So all orders are in there to include the pack breaks. Oh, well, welcome back, Mr. IGN. I can see you have a TCC ball. That's really cool, man. And you're asking how the website's working. Well, number one, you don't have to use the website. We still support buying the old style, where you just kind of pick what you want and send money for it on PayPal, Zelle, CASHAPP, VENMO. And in fact, Zelle's the best way because you get a little bonus. If you do Zelle, you get put into a giveaway. At $100, you get put into a giveaway. So then you have the website. So the website, we try to list everything into the website. Sometimes breaks are not listed on the website. In fact, I don't think any of the breaks are on the website. That's because the breaks are constantly changing. So the breaks constantly change and they don't go up on the website. But the website has something else. It has something called custom order. So you can choose custom order and allows you to send a custom amount of money and then just tell me what you're buying. So you can say, I'm buying into the fossil break that just started. So that's how that would work. There we are. So if you're preferring to use the website, you can do that. Welcome back, man. You moved to Texas? Yeah! Texas tough. Whoa! Karis and I are planning a move. We're probably going to Nevada. We stuck around here in Missouri for an extra year like doo-doo heads because there was going to be a big vote where Missourians would vote whether to become a no-tax state. And 83% of Missourians said, hell no. So I'm out of here, packing my bags. All my Pokemon cards, taxable Pokemon cards, are leaving Missouri, and they're going right into Nevada. And now Missouri will not collect any sales tax on me at all because they stupidly want to have a tax state while they share a border with the no-tax state called Tennessee. It just makes no sense. Makes no sense. Completely uncompetitive state. I didn't even choose to live here. My parents picked it for me, okay? You can't even blame me. I don't even feel like a Missourian anymore. These aren't my people. My people would have chosen no taxes. So it doesn't make any sense. I don't feel like I fit in. So we got to get out of here. All right, let's see what we got. Just picked up a pop. Already read that. How's the queue? Been a few years since I was last back here. Travis, baby, come back. Hey, what's up, Travis? It's been a few years. The queue's not bad. We're as busy as ever. But, you know, the stream might feel very different if the last time you were here was like 2021. But it's still the same thing. We have a lot of cool breaks. We got a lot of our pack splits like these guys right here. Jump into one of the pack splits. We got over here, we've got Topps Rainbow, not to be confused with Top Silver. And over here, we've got Fossil Unlimited. Both really cool breaks. So we go through a lot of vintage this way. Super popular. People love this. You get one card in the pack. So one card for $42. There's 11 cards. We shuffle the names up. And one person pulls the good card out of the pack. And everyone else gets a card too. And your card, in fact, even if you don't pull the chase card, your card might grade 10 and be the more valuable one. So we were just talking about that. It really comes down to who gets the 10. What else was put with that proposed tax amendment that made everyone vote no? Surely they tried to sneak in something unpopular. So basically it worked like this. Missouri wanted to become a no-tax state. But in order to do that, Missouri would need to raise taxes on like other things like services and food that in the past have never been taxed or the tax was extremely low. To change that, the amendment would have to make a change to the Missouri Constitution that would allow policymakers to raise taxes where they are normally not allowed to raise taxes. And then by raising those taxes, Missouri would then phase out the income tax over 5 years. That was the proposed plan. And Missourians successfully campaigned to not do that because, oh, the rich get richer while you have to pay more food, more money for your food, you know, stuff like that. So that worked really well, and now we're not a no-tax state. So, you know, that appears to be the smarter move, is what you would think. But now, why would a business want to move here? We just lost Panera. Panera that's a Missouri company. It was founded in Missouri. It was based here. It's called St. Louis Bread Company. They're leaving. I'm leaving. I'm sure there's a bunch of other people that hung around for the no tax income state deal. They're all going to leave. Why would you want to stay here? By the way, St. Louis is one of the fastest shrinking cities in the country, if you didn't know that. People are out of here. So, very stupid decision. They should have made it no taxes. Team Rocket Grunt, one easy live custom snipe. You got it, baby. All right. Some states can get away with having a big tax. The states where everyone wants to live, you know? Some states, no one wants to move there. You should make it a no tax haven. That's what it should become. It's clever. It's the right move. Here we are. What are people coming here for? The crime? One cold one.
I can't wait to move to Missouri. There's lots of nothing to do and lots of crime.
They're coming here for the crime. I just know it. They love the crime. Oh, if I could just go to St. Louis and get stabbed, that would be great. Oh, I love it. Crime and STIs. I think St. Louis was famous for having one of the highest rates of sexually transmitted diseases at one year. I don't know if it's still the Crown. I think someone else has it now. Here's Mr. Reed. Wait, where'd that go? Where'd that order go? Oh, it must be on the website. Okay, hold on. Let me hit refresh on the website. I miss you saying Sneep. Those were the good old days. My girlfriend's watching and she needs to hear it. What? Sneep. Let's see. We're refreshing the website. I don't see any website orders yet, though. Now, wait a second. Here's a Reed order for $56, though. What is that? Oh, there it is. 4 Surging Sparks. I already paid for shipping. Send all home. Oh, okay. So wait a second. Let me make sure I didn't miss any other orders here because that kind of confused me. Oh, Team Rocket Grunt sent a similar order. Okay, that's how I got confused. All right, so 4 Surging Sparks. Let's get them.
I can't wait to move to Missouri. Wow, it's going to be great up there.
They've got ... What do we got? I've lived here my whole life. I can't even answer that question. Let's see. Nah, I'm ready to get out of here, man. Oh, there it is. Found it. Woo, these are kind of further back. 1, 2, 3. And a 4. Maybe it'll be like a grass is always greener kind of thing. Like, maybe I'll leave and I'll be like, oh, I miss Missouri. Hell no, dude. That'll never happen. I told Karis, I was like, what if we were already living in Las Vegas? And I said, we had to move again. Would your first pick be Missouri? She'd be like, no, definitely not. There's so many cool cities and states across the country. Whoever picks a country, or a state like this one, just makes no sense. There's no absolute advantage to it. It's landlocked. There's no ocean. There's no mountains. Lots of crime. Lots of poverty. It's like West Virginia or something. You know, it's like, what's the point? You only move here if you can't afford anything else. I'm trashing Missouri again, guys. Are you ready? Okay, here goes. Reed Morin says, my password is dead. Sneep. All right, we got a little sneep and sneep. Well, honey, it's time to move to a new state.
Well, how about Missouri?
All right, you ready? Here's Toros Terapagos. I spent enough years defending Missouri. It's now I get to talk smack on it. Now I get to say what I really wanted to say, you know? Here's Sylveon.
Ooh.
And here's Scatterbug, the bug that scatters. Well, Mr. Reed, we got more if you want to go any deeper. Nothing really crazy popped out of there. Let's find your bag. You've got an RE bag. Let's see. Here you are, Reed Morin, with shipping attached. Now, I'm going to log into PayPal to go look up your address. I assume your address in PayPal is up to date. Here we go. And that's a perfectly fine way to place an order. You can place an order that way every time. Look at that Greninja, guys. Wow. Big win right there. You still got time. I'll add a little bit of extra weight onto the label so that you can go deeper if you decide to, okay? Some people like to go deeper if they didn't get a hit. All right, we're jumping over here. Let's turn down this Terraria music. Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. There we go, we're logged in. How's my PayPal account looking? Looking okay. It used to have quite a bit more money in it until I bought that Pikachu and Gyarados. Did you guys see the Pikachu and Gyarados I bought? Would you like to see it? Say me, 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 me. Say me, 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 me. If you want to see it, okay? I'll show you if you wish. I spent like $17,000 the last 2 days. If you want to see what I bought, I'll show you. But you have to tell me you want to see it. If you don't want to see it, don't say anything. And then I won't show you anymore. I'll be like, I don't care. And then I'll go cry in a closet or something like that.
They don't want to see my Pokemon cards.
Okay, and how heavy is this bag? All right, so now we know the weight of the bag. I'm going to make it a little heavier. Okay, a little bonus weight just in case. We're going to change the size of that. Me, 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 me. I'm going to show you. All right, Mr. Reed, I'm going to show you what $17,000 of Pokemon card purchases gets you today. Because we're going to show it off. Pokemon. Okay, so we're almost ready here. Good. So now we're printing your label. Is that right? Oh, nice. Your label was cheaper, too. Why was your label so cheap? You know, I've shipped to the area you're from, and sometimes the label is really expensive. Your label was, like, affordable. Weird. I wonder why that is. I probably don't understand the region very well. You're probably, like, right next to a... You're probably right next to, like, a USPS or something. All right. So some people saw that Pikachu I bought, especially because I put out a video on it. But you guys might not have seen the other card I purchased. I purchased a Gyarados, and it was only $6,000. Cheap and affordable, as all Pokemon cards should be. So here it is. I got this Gyarados. I want to show this off because I like buying stuff. I hope you guys like buying stuff too. That's why we're all here, right? Look. Gold Star Gyarados, PSA 6, and look at the population. It's, the certification is 16. So this one was graded really recently. And I didn't pay a small amount for that one. That one was $6,000. Youch. Crazy. Because I got the 10 for just $19,000 a couple years ago. So that one's crazy. And then you guys already know about this one, but it's still fun to show it off again. These cards aren't going directly to me. They're going directly to the PSA vault. So this is the McDonald's Pikachu I bought like 2 days ago. Now this one, I won it in an auction for $11,000. It might make it into the top auctions of the week video that the one gentleman makes, the top 10 Pokemon guy. I bet you potentially it makes it in there. I'm not sure. But it's a fun story because it's a McDonald's card. So that's why I think it might make it in. And he's just really adorable. If you want this Pikachu, you can pull him out of a booster pack. Not the McDonald's booster pack, because I don't know where you get those from. They seem to be really rare. But that artwork comes out of these. Crimson Invasion for $32. One of the cheapest Sun and Moon sets. I just stocked up on this set, and then I bought the Pikachu. So this set, I just bought like, in the last month, I bought about 10 booster boxes of Crimson Invasion because I think that that Pikachu is one of the best looking Pikachus from the whole Sun and Moon time period. Really adorable. And you can pull them out of this set as a common and a reverse holo, okay? So, and the pack's only 32. It's like, that's pretty good. It's only a little bit cheaper than packs made today. I mean, what is this, like 1.5 packs of Ascended Heroes? Well, Ascended Heroes in print, and they probably printed to death. This was printed back in Sun and Moon before the Pokemon explosion, so it's probably actually rare. So those are my thoughts on Crimson Invasion. I bought another box to replace the current box that we have opened because I anticipate running out of those. I think you guys will buy them. All right, so there it is. That's what $17,000 in Pokemon card money gets you. And that's what I do with my money. When I make a profit over here, I just buy more Pokemon cards because I love them. Just like you guys. All right, so next up we got Team Rocket Grunt. Make it a double hit. Another live custom. All right, live custom time. Ah, yes, the live custom of my dreams. 3 and 4. There it is. Da-da-da. Boop. You got Oinkaloni. I'm sorry, man. Not a super snipe this time. That one's super cold. So you'll send the card. Yeah, so Miss Alexis will receive the label, and then she will package it up and send it your way. Your cards are on the way because you ordered shipping. That's how. You must be kind of new. Is that right? You're a little bit new. So we got your label. It's weird because it sounds like you're from the past too, though. So we printed out your label. We put it in your bag, and then the next step is on Friday. Alexis takes it. She's the shipping pro. And she's going to package it up for you, and then the mailman picks it up the next morning, okay? So that's how we do it. And so you're very close to the shipping day, in fact. You'll only wait like 2 days for handling, and then it'll be on its way. And you're going to be very happy with it, and your Greninja will arrive, and then you can grade it and be a happy, lucky, happy guy. I'm old, but back from a long time ago. That's right. I recognize your name. Read more. I see, that's the thing. It kind of confused me because it's like, your name's so recognizable, but then you ask that question like you're a new guy. I like top 10. That dude has the whole top 10 Pokemon market vids to himself. His videos are good. There is a downside to his type of content, and that is the rewatchability is really low. So he's a news channel, and your news videos, they get some views, and then a week goes by, and all your videos are obsolete at that point. So yeah, I know all about news videos because I used to make them on TheCardconomist. Remember that channel? That channel was huge, man. That channel was doing big numbers, and we made news videos too. But me and my editor on that channel figured out pretty fast, if you made a news video in no time at all, it's not valuable anymore because people stop watching it. It's old news. So yeah, that's his. He had to think about long term. How do I make content that's like searchable and rewatchable? Whoa, we got Miss Sarah Dusenberry. Sarah, I got like, I think your entire name. Holy moly, man. That's the ZELLE, huh? All right, let's see. She's got a big order, $259 big order. And, well, the first thing we're going to do is pop you into the ZELLE giveaway. It's nice to see you on ZELLE. I've been trying to convert you guys into ZELLE users so I can continue handing out ZELLE spots. ZELLE saves us a processing fee that we would normally incur on YouTube. Did I say YouTube? On PayPal. Sorry. And ZELLE saves us that fee. There is no fee. So I can start taking like $60 slabs and stuff like that and just giving them away. Might as well. It's like, it's all the same. If it's all the same in the end, well, then we might as well go with the option that saves us $60. Now, she wants a jumbo pack break. Speaking of jumbo pack breaks, if you guys are looking for a break to join tonight... Ooh, look at this, by the way. Look at this, look at this. I've decided to keep that in my personal collection. This card looks so good. I bet it's really rare, too. I got to see how rare it is. That's from Unified Minds. Here's what's interesting about this one. I graded this card so long ago, and then it got, like, lost. Here it is. And now here it is all this time later. I wonder if this would even grade 10 today. It is. But so, you know, it's not easy to grade holographic cards from that time period. Same with trying to grade cards from the XY period. It's really difficult. Wow, 2 more live customs. That makes it 7 cold ones in a row. I'm sorry, man. That's just how it is. You know that's how it is. You're way up, I'm pretty sure. You won that Charizard, the 151 Charizard. So you have substantially good luck. You're a good luck guy. You just picked up that super expensive multi-thousand Charizard, but you'll get it. You will get it in the live customs. I'm sure you will. Because every time you remove a pack, the box gets hotter if you think about it. So they're Pop 11, Giratina, super beautiful. I'm all about these holos, man. These holos from the older boxes. Some of them are, not all of them, but some of them are pretty cool. All right, what were we doing with you, Sarah? We were going to, I was going to show off the jumbo pack break. Where did that go? That's what I was going to do. Here it is. So here it is, the jumbo pack break. I can't always show this off on the table because where am I going to, it doesn't fit anywhere. So I have to visibly bring it onto the channel. But here it is, 41 and 4, comes with 2 bonus cards. All of these booster packs go to one person. Let's show off the booster packs. So a little Volcarona there. Darkness, Vivid, Chilling, Battle Styles, Storm, Abyss, Triplet Beat. I can't remember this one. Night Wanderer. There we go. Disney, Weiss. That's Disney and Weiss Marvel. Pitch Black, Mega Dream, Soldier's Return, Nikkei, Lorcana, Attack of the Vine, Chinese, Pokemon, which gives you a chance for the exclusive Sylveon. No one's pulled that yet. And Gem 4. Good stuff, okay? Good stuff. So all this for $40 if you get pulled out of 1 in 40 people. Now, if you just like the whole bag and you'd like to open that, you can buy it for $160. The whole thing can be purchased for $160, and then the whole thing is just automatically yours. But you can join it as a break. That's called the Jumbo Pack Break. We've been hosting that a long time. I think like almost 100 of those have been sold over time. It's very popular. But what Miss Sarah bought is one of these. Here we are, Miss Sarah. Ooh, all right. Look at all that, man. Sarah, I was doing little bonus pulls in the past. Let's give you a bonus pull. Your shorts are good, too, mister. Keep doing them. It helps supplement, because he doesn't do shorts. I think only regular videos. Oh, yeah. He doesn't do the shorts, does he? That's right. Well, he might be in the advantage now, because I don't think YouTube likes shorts anymore. I looked at my shorts views, and they went from like 450,000 to just 250,000. So we lost 250,000 views this month. And it's like a kind of a catastrophe a little bit, but I think YouTube expects me to make long form videos. I think that's what it is. I think YouTube, for a little while, they wanted to compete with TikTok, Tiki-Tac. I think they thought, hey, we need to make long form videos. And I don't think YouTube's doing that so much anymore. So we're going to focus on that. We're going to focus on making maybe more long-form content somehow. I got to pick, like, a video type that I can repetitively make, you know? All right. Something that you guys enjoy. All right. Looks like you're going to get Azumarill. How nice is that? A little bonus Azumarill. I like giving these poker cards away. You know, they're very gradable. I graded a Tyranitar from this set one time, and he just got pulled for like $225. Fossil pack? That's the next split. It's a fossil pack split. We've been doing a lot of splits. Let me show them off real fast. It's fossil pack for $42. And the other one is Rainbow Tops Pokemon. Okay, Rainbow and Fossil. The Fossil is simply an unlimited Fossil. I figured let's do a cheap one after we had that really expensive Jungle Pack. Okay, ready? Snipping time. Miss Sarah. There we go. What kind of video would you guys like me to make? If I made a video that lasted 15 to 30 minutes, what would get you excited? What would make you go, ooh, a Cardconomist video. Click. We are. There we go. I'll go on long political rants. That's what you guys want.
Here, my personal opinion about things.
Here we are. Maybe I'll just make a 30-minute compilation of me coughing. Dying over here. I probably have asthma. I probably have undiagnosed asthma. All right, you ready? Is anyone in it? Not yet. It just started. I set it up like 10 minutes ago, literally. We just set it up.
Do you like Mr. Trump, mister?
Well, I'd like him a lot better if he would remove the tariffs. Yeah, we're getting killed by the tariffs, man. We pay a big tariff fee every time we import Pokemon cards. And the argument for tariffs is that it makes more manufacturing occur here at home. I don't think they're going to manufacture Japanese Pokemon cards here in America. They're not going to do that. So it really just hurts us. That's it. We're just paying an extra tax. And you know how I am about taxes. I can't take them. Ooh, look at that. That's a hit. This is a rare case where a simple V card is as good as a hit. This is like as good as an AR. Check that out, everybody. That beautiful Lugia. If that grades 10, I bet you it's over $100 by itself. That's a great card, man. I'm buying it out then. All right, sounds good. So he's going to take on that fossil pack. Here's Bill. Charizard. Rawr. All right. Wow, actually, that's another good EX card. It's pretty rare, but you're actually getting really good EX and V cards here. Those are both valuable. I would grade that Charizard. He's worth it. Here's Nihil Zero. Here's Vaturizen. Ooh. This pack is, oh my gosh, you're doing so well this time. All right, so far so good. We're only a couple packs in. You got 3 gradable cards. The Typhlosion's kind of cute too, actually. Kind of cute, might post later. Here's Mega Dweem. What do we have here? We've got Love Ball, Golduck. We got a little Lucario. All right, see, like the Lucario is not very good. I don't think anyone's going to grade him. I don't even remember. What's the name of this set? It's called Mega something. Mega Greninja. All right, we got Nightmare on Elm Street. Here's a trainer card. Here's Pokemon White. Okay, you got a little Terrakion. This is what she sees when she looks up in the middle of it. All right, now what's this? We got, okay, you got N. Very nice. I think that counts as a hit. So I think you got the hit out of the black box. Of course, we're on a very different black box now. You gotta be kidding. What is this round? You know, it was so crazy. Our friend, Mr. Mark Kaplan, was opening a bunch of Triplet Beat, and there was no hit coming out. And I'm like, what is this, like a fake box? No, the hit was right here. Sarah had it. It was in the jumbo packs. Wow. It doesn't happen every time, but sometimes you get such a good round of these. Maybe it helps balance out the cold rounds. Here's a little Blaziken. Here's a Heat Wave Arena. Oh my God! Now she's gonna pull Typhlosion. What is the whole thing good? Okay, we got a little Snail. Here's a Roaring Ancient Roar. Inferno X. Nothing. How about these terrible Lost Abyss? Oh my God! You pull a card out of Lost Abyss. Dang, dude, that Giratina's great. Here's, okay, that one's cold. You gotta have at least one cold pack. Journey Together, Journey, and Mega Symphonia, and you get a little, whatever his name is. His name's like Obama or something. His name's Obama Snow. Wow, man, that was a great round. Holy, you got so many gradable cards from that. You didn't even need the bonus card, the little Azumarill. I give you the Azumarill in case the whole round is cold. You know? Because it happens. It does happen the other way around. Watch this, guys. So this is totally gradable. She's got Altart Skeledirge. She's got Typhlosion AR. She's got a nice little N. He's decent. He's not crazy. This is okay. That Hoot's very gradable. Charizard's gradable. Lugia's gradable. Wow. Whole gradable round. There you have it. Now, I guess I can sleeve these up. Here, let me put these hollows in the front so that it's understood it's a hollow pack. Okay, so this is mostly like junk. Putting that back over there. What'd you think of that? Was that good? Now, 3 of the Amiibo Hello Kitties. The Amiibo Hello Kitties were not all that we thought they would be, but they're still kind of cute. Let's grab them. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here they are. I'm just going to open one because I suspect they're the same cards every time. Okay. You know, I think these are the same cards every time. Yeah, they appear to be that. Well, these are very nice looking. I'm going to leave the other 2 sealed unless you tell me that I have to open them. Because these do not behave like a normal booster pack. Here we are. All right. So these are Animal Crossing amiibos, and they're actually just sort of amiibos. Like, if you scan them, they give you the furniture in the game. But it doesn't appear that there's a lot of variety. I think each pack is the same cards. So if I opened up another one for you, it will be the exact same cards each time. It's the same, like, 10 cards. So I'm not going to open the others. I'll take a Gengar Hollow, mister. Oh, man, wouldn't that be great? I hope so, but, you know, the odds of that are pretty small. We'll find out what happens. Here's OP16. If it is a cold pack and it has a higher chance of being cold, if it is a light pack, hopefully you get the non-hollow Gengar, because that's also pretty valuable. All right, and then 3 of the English OP16s. OP17's around the corner. Comes out on August 28th or something, doesn't it? We're also waiting for some stuff to arrive. For example, we're still waiting for Gundam. Something's wrong. We're not getting our Gundam. And we're also waiting on the new Final Fantasy. So we'll have a fresh case of that. It's going to be good. And then you guys can poke through it and see if you pull the chase card out. We got Final Fantasy is on the way. I saw the tracking. Probably going to be here tomorrow, in fact. Here it is. But I may miss the daytime stream if I'm at the doctor's. We'll find out. Here's Yamato. Sometimes the doctor's real fast. Here's Vista. All right, Miss Sarah. All right, there's your order. And what do we got going on for you for storage? Looks like you've got a baggie right here, right next to my arm. A Sarah Dusenberry baggie. That appears to be a Kendo Pelor baggie underneath it. Don't we have a box for him? Yes, we do. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you, Miss Sarah. I hope she watched that. She was a little quiet. I would want a video where you show us your stash, your room, your attic, your street, your bank account, the works.
What? And this is how you disable the alarm. Here's how you avoid being seen on the cameras.
All right. I should make a video claiming that I got, like, robbed or something. So, did you say you got the Hikyu UAN? Oh, I know what you mean. You mean this. Haha. All I have is this one box. I bought a single box of it. So you can get the whole box for $220. I could put a pack price on them if you'd like a pack price and you just want to open like one pack. There we go. All right. So we just bought one box of it and we did not create a pack price. Now, let's hit refresh. Very happy with my pulls. You did really good on the jumbo pack break. Here's Team Wacket Grunt. He says, let me get 2 more lives. If I don't pull anything, I'm going to retire from them. Okay. Got to do what you got to do. I'm thinking of trying to make another thing like the live customs, but maybe it'll be like the old, you know, the old live customs where it was in a row. I'm thinking of bringing that back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. There it is. All right, you do whatever you got to do. We got Abra and oh, hallelujah. Okay, Deoxys. Oh, it's only a P9. Dang, dude. Maybe it's expensive anyways. I think it is. I think that's leaf green. All right, you did get a pull. Well, I guess you can't retire now. How about that? You can't retire. Let's see. You said if you don't pull anything that you would retire. Well, now you've pulled something. Oh, he's cool. He's cool for sure. So he's a $100 card. You can keep him or you can re-roll him for $75. I feel like he's going to re-roll him, so I'm just going to start prepping this ahead of time. You hear Mr. Team Rocket grunt? I will purchase the box. That's going to be cool. We are. All right. Grab these two things. Is he here? Is he here? Is he here, Mr. Team Rocket grunt? Oh, no, he's not here, is he? Got back there. I don't think he's here, so I know he's going to re-roll this. The odds of him keeping this are so low. He just loves to re-roll everything. I'm going to set that there. He did pull the Oxes. Congratulations on that. All right. What's going on here? We ought to get some more cards up here on the table, shouldn't we? Let's see. Let's get some more cards. Here's a Ninetales from Leaf Green. Here's a Ninetales from Pokemon Blue. Here's a Somersault Drive. It's a pristine 10. And here's a Magnezone. And I'm going to check the price on the Magnezone because I think he's underpriced. So I'm just going to double check. He's one of those old Diamond Pearl cards. Okay, it shall say Magnezone 003. Yes, the cheapest price on this Magnezone appears to be $500 now. That's what I thought. I knew it. All the cards from those half decks are exploding in price. He is going from 200 to 500. Guess he was one that you should have snatched. There it is. That puts him into the pricey box container. So next up we have Mr. CS Man, one whole fossil booster. All right, let's get it. So you guys didn't even get a chance to join it. It's already over. Mr. CS Man. Good luck. Boop. We'll put this back together like this. CS Man sometimes feels like opening a nice vintage pack. You open a lot of modern, you open a lot of vintage. What do you think is better? Let's see what it is. Okay. All right. Toss that over there. All right. Ooh, doesn't that immediately feel good? I feel like the room is full of aura now. Vintage aura. Jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. I sent another order. Do you see it? I will take a look for it in a minute. We're going to enjoy this. So check it out. Soak it in. CS Men, this was my childhood right here. This was like, when I was a kid, this is what everybody had in their folders. All right. Kabuto. There's the Kabuto King. He likes to collect the Kabuto. So that card might have a little more value these days. Tentacool. Horsey. I didn't see Psyduck. We want Psyduck from the commons. Ekans. Grimer. Ooh. No Slowpoke. No Psyduck in this pack. And it is going to be a light pack, but it's not too bad. You pull Kabutops rare. There's definitely worse pulls. So Kabutops rare is your rare pull. Ooh, nice. There's the Slowbro popping out. Man, that looks fantastic. This one card graded 10 could probably pay for most of the pack. Here's Golem. That's great too. People speculated that the Golem was intended to be a rare in the past because he's like a third evolution and he's just really cool. And then here's Seadra. All right. Wow, brutal pack. I'll take the Slowbro. That's not a brutal pack. We are. That could have been like a Muck. That could have been like a Hypno. It could have been could it have been a trainer? I don't know if it could ever be a trainer. Maybe it's possible for it to be a trainer. I don't think there's a rare trainer in the set. Here's Golem. That's not so bad. But you're probably after the Slowpoke if I had to bet. Slowbro is really cool too, though. Look at that. So he doesn't come out of every pack. He's an uncommon. Looks great. Here's that Kabutops. Ooh, Kabutops. You're right. You're right. Glass is half full. I would say this one right here is exactly a half full glass because I have opened quite a few of these and they definitely get worse than this. Okay, let's do it, Grimer. Okay. Get him into a sleeve. Here's Ekans. Obviously, it's more fun if you open the pack and a holographic Dragonite comes out or some crazy thing like that. But there's a reason why Dragonite costs like 80,000 or whatever he is. It's because it doesn't happen. No one does that anymore. No one opens one, pulls a holo Dragonite, and he runs off and grades 10. So that's why it's so expensive. But there's a lot of value to extract from all the other cards in the pack. Do a first edition fossil pack next. I don't know if I have an unweighed pack of that. I know we have a light pack of that, but that light pack should strictly be graded. If we are well aware that it's light, we should grade it. So that's what will happen to those light packs. We have a couple packs that we know are light from our box breaks, and I'm going to grade those boosters. Tempted to grade a booster for free, 1 or 2 for Mr. Brett Love, and just have him pay me back in booster packs. So he's got, I don't know if you guys remember the Fossil box break, but Brett Love, one of his earliest purchases with us, he went super deep on that Fossil box. And then he never actually had me ship him his Fossil packs. So they've been over here this whole time because he pulled a bunch of light ones. And that was really disappointing, right? Like all these other people they got like heavy packs, and he ordered like 20 packs, and a bunch of them were light. He got like 1 heavy pack out of the whole deal. It was kind of crappy at the time. Now, roll forward to today. It's 2026. The price of Pokemon cards are way higher, and he's sitting on a bunch of light fossil packs. Well, he ought to grade them all, and then he's going to make his money back on those. But he has to grade them, and that costs money. So maybe he'd be willing to give me one of his ungraded ones to pay for the grading, and then I'll send them out, on my own capital, on my own cash or something like that. So it's a situation where he could have his stuff graded by paying for the grading with Pokemon cards. I do that, by the way. All right. Thanks, Mr. Perfect. Hopefully the Slowbro's 10 quality. Let's get a free pre-grade on the Slowbro. You ready? Now, you know how rough pre-grades are, so hold your breath, okay? So the first thing I would say about your Slowbro, the centering is pretty good. This corner's a bit odd, like oddly shaped. Let's flip it around. Maybe. I mean, sometimes they grade the vintage cards a little nicer. My biggest concern probably is this lower left-hand corner. That corner seems a little weak. This edge almost feels like it has whiting, but, they might ignore that. That's a tiny white dot. Okay, so I'm leaning toward a 9 with this one. I would give this one like a 9.5 and not a 9.5 plus. I'd give it about a 9.5. It's pretty borderline. I don't lean it toward a 10. It's pretty clean. There it is. Would I grade this? 100%. If this was my card, it would go straight off to CGC because BGS is closed, and I like CGC better than SGC, so that's what would happen. I'll put them in a little top loader for you as well for fun, okay? Hopefully the Slowbro is 10 quality. Do a first edition fossil pack. Speaking of which, yes, we do need to pick out a new vintage pack now. I could do another gym challenge. I know I have a gym challenge in my receiving area that I could just go grab. There it is. And CS Man, you got a baggie right over here. Okay. Cards are so difficult to get 10s on. When you got a card and it's a solid 10, oh, that's such a good feeling, isn't it? Because it's like, I'm going to make money. Well, if you guys wait a minute, why don't I go grab that gym challenge? Well, what do you guys want? Why don't you guys tell me what kind of booster pack you guys want the most? Because let me tell you what's cheapest. Fossil Unlimited, Jungle Unlimited. Those are pretty cheap. Okay, so those are pretty good. Let me know if that's what you guys want. I'll go get another one. All right, next up we have a Sarah Dusenberry order, and she's got the Hey You box. All right, here it is. Wow, vintage pack splits are popular. They are. We've gone through a lot. Here it is. Well, because they make it accessible for people. And you need a nice host to host a split. So I'm that nice host. Welcome. There we go. I get the honors. It's going straight off to CGC. Let me put in a pre-grade order to pay for this and the other cards. Now, that was a free pre-grade, okay? So you get that one for free. If you want to pre-grade anything else, that's fine. But the Slowbro was for free. And then, yeah, you can send in for CGC. We get another CGC submission going soon. We got to get a lot of submissions out, man, because I am so out of slabs. So completely out. Okay. And we'll snip this. Tag grading made a tiny amount of progress on one of my submissions. You know, it's kind of unfair. I already paid up front for the tag grading. That's how it works, by the way. You pay up front. And so they've already got my money. And now they're just, man, they're just taking forever grading those cards. I think PSA's system where you don't pay until it's done grading, I feel like that's a fairer system. You know, they say, okay, we won't charge you for the labor until we've done the labor. And I think they I think they do it that way because they know sometimes you wait a long time. But man, I already paid for that tag grading. And boy, is it taking a while, man. It's quite, I don't know, like how bad can their backup be? Because they shut down grades, but they didn't fully shut it down. They're accepting express grades. So did I already pay for my grading? And the reason I'm stuck in the queue is because they're busy taking express grades and I already paid and they don't want to do mine? Because if that's the case, that's not right. They got to get it done, you know. My oldest order with tag grading is from March, and now we're in August. So March to August, that's April, May, June, July, August. So that's 5 months ago. That's plenty of time, dude. They already shut down the grading. Yeah, that's not a good look in my opinion. I don't know who's waiting the longest, but man, that's too long. I got to get those cards back because I got nothing to sell now, and they're probably just prioritizing express grading, going, oh, okay, here, send us cards in for $100 per grade. We'll do you first. It's like, that's great for them, but it's like, bro, we've got a commitment between each other already, and I don't mind waiting a little longer, but half a year? All right, what we got? Half a year is a long time, dude. Here we go. I don't think they had the same kind of backlog that PSA did, but, you know, I guess it doesn't matter. We'll find out. What am I going to do, complain about it? Well, you also are all the risk if it's a fake pack, so that's reassuring. Yeah, exactly. And, yeah, if something goes wrong, it's like insurance, basically. If something goes wrong, I fix it. Oh, apparently we got you a good box. We got SR Star, whatever this guy is. That looks like the bad guy. You know how I can tell this is the bad guy? Because look at his eyebrows. He got them evil bad guy eyebrows. All right, so you got your bad guy card. He's very jealous. Okay, here's this guy. Yeah, look at this guy. He's a bad guy too. All right, so you got a bad guy card. All right, and the good guy is obviously this guy with red hair. See, this looks kind of like a good guy here. This one looks like he's probably he's like the smart, even-headed guy or something like that, right? Iwazumi! Exclamation mark. Is he good? She says yes. Oh, good. All right, let's see. I'm glad it was a good box for you. And here's one of these, and here's one of these, and here's one of these, and here's one of these. All right. Now, we're not done. We're going to go back through the bulk and make sure you didn't miss a break card or breakpoint card, whatever they're called. Because sometimes those are like in the middle of the bulk. I don't know why they do it that way. Because the cards look good. They look gradable, you know. Okay. Nothing in there. Iwa and Okawa. I never know what like animes are super popular. And so that is a disadvantage as a card shop. I should start watching every anime. Let's see, until I start growing my hair out and I put it in a ponytail and I start using Japanese terms. Let's see. No breakpoint card at all? Really? Oh, wow. Maybe they just didn't have it for this set. Usually, wow. Okay, nothing in there. Okay, well, we checked. We did our job. That was my job to check. Sarah Luck is insane. What? It is? So here's her pull. Ooh. Who is he? What's his story about? Tell me a little bit about his story. Akashi Keiji? All right. Only one box of that? Only one box. I just bought one box of it. Would you like more of it? So I'm doing a new thing, Miss Tammy, where I buy like, you know, one box of like something that I'm unconfident in, and then we just see how it does. Like the Power Rangers, or the Powerpuff Girls. You know, those are things where we didn't buy up a bunch of the product. It's not meant to be stored as inventory. It's just one little box, and we'll see what happens with it. She got a Kashi too. I'm going to cry. Is a Kashi good? I don't know. Here's a Kashi. Look at all these cute guys. And they all play volleyball. How quaint. Let's grab your bag. He's on a team with Okawa, and they were rival team against the main protagonist. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, the bad guys are sometimes very important to a story. There we go. Maybe. Hubs likes Haikyuu, but we open a different Haikyuu break box. What? Can't be opening a different Haikyuu break box. There we go, set that over there. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, let's see. So Mr. Mark is reminding me to read my emails. I'm going to do that, okay, Mr. Mark? And then we have an order from, let's check all the queues. Let's check all the queues because we just hit refresh on the PayPal queue. Haikyuu has its own TCG, but only in Japanese as of right now. The next order is Nathan Gordon, 1 Gengar Battle Spot. Gengar Battle Spot. You mean the sub list? It's just a sub list. It's not like a gym break. He also wants a 151 surprise with Gengar. Smart move. Just pull it for $12 out of the booster pack. Smart move. All right, Nathan Gordon, you're in there. 2 more spots on this sub list. 2 more spots. It's got a long way to go. You can just buy directly in for $128, guys. Okay, now, your other thing was the 151 surprise. Good luck. Yeah, you really could just pull it right out of here, but it seems pretty difficult to do. There it goes. How do those TCG cards look? Tossing this. They look Tammylicious. Here's Eevee. That's for you. All right, tossing this. Mr. Nathan. Nathan Williams, Nathan Gordon. Oh, I love having these stickers on the tops of the bags. It makes it so easy to find your stuff. So easy. It used to be much harder. I used to dread parsing the end boxes. Now I just look at the stickers. CSman says, pre-grade the rest of the fossil pack, and then please separate into 2 piles what you would send to CGC. Hold on to PSA or just don't bother. All right, so let's grab this. CGC. CGC is basically going to be replacing PSA for now. I'm sending my cards to CGC, no matter what it is. All right, so with the Zubat, we clearly have a 9. Okay. Good. Get some of these going. All right, so we're going to say 9. He's got a clear white dot. There's no chance for him. Kabuto. Ooh, looking kind of clear on the top. How about the bottom, though? He's got a little white dot right there. Oh, it's so sad. I think it's 9+. Okay. Here's Tentacool. A little off centering right there. Man, it's so hard to grade these 10. I'm going to say 9+ on the Tentacool. I think it's very close. Okay. Here's Horsey. A little off center right here. Wow, at least this one has really good corners, but I think the off-centering is going to do it. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be done in by its centering. Can you see it? How it's thinner here than at the top. It's pretty close. I mean, you could just send it in and see where it goes. Yeah, I'll give this one a 9.5. You never know, because sometimes they're nicer to vintage. Same deal, thin right there. pretty clear dot on the back there. It's a weak dot, but it's there. We've got Ekans. Nah, Ekans is really badly off center, actually. So he's a 9 from centering for sure. It's got some lips. So this card is a full downgrade just from the centering. That's pretty rough on that card. This card also has pretty strong off centering. So that's going to be a 9 with off centering. We're just going to give it a flat 9. Ah, Kabutops. If you think about it, he's cut off of a different part of the sheet. He comes from a part of the Pokemon sheet where it's the rares. What's interesting is he's off center too, but it's going to be down here on the opposite side of the card. Okay, a little off centering there. Let's check the back. Yeah. So he's got a dot there. It's a little whiting on the edge. A little white dot right there. I wish I could show you more clearly. You know, if we zoom, maybe it becomes a little easier to see what I'm seeing. See that? Okay, see the whiting on that edge there? And then over here, you see that? So that's going to do them in. When it comes to grading 10s, they'll tolerate some of that, but not too much. So you could get like a gem 10, for example. So we got a centering issue here, 2 white dots on the back. I'm going to give it just a flat 9. Golem looking like strong centering. That's good. Ooh, he's close, actually. Surface isn't exactly perfect. It's got some dots on it. He's closer than any of the other ones. All right, so Golem, I will give him a 10 minus. Okay, Golem. Seadra. Same deal, centering looking better, stronger. Oh, the Seadra's nice. Except for one white dot right there. All right, let's pull out the Seadra. Let's see if that white dot comes off. Nope. Nope. Nothing you can do about it. Undone by one little white dot. Right there. That's too bad. It's on the card. So close. Looks like we already gave the Slowbro a 9.5, just even. It's nice. He's close. Yeah, he's definitely close. All right, there we go. I just found a little Yamaha keyboard while walking my dogs. One of my neighbors left it by the dumpster, but it works great. Yamaha keyboard. What? What do you mean Yamaha keyboard? I want a Yamaha keyboard. What to send to CGC? Are you ready? Golem. I would send Golem and Slowbro. You could send the Kabutops 9. Just because he's a rare. All right, so those two for sure. What's this guy's problem? Off centering or something? Oof, rough, man. Probably this guy. I can see it here to here. Love Ball Psyduck, huh? Oof. Yeah, I don't know. The Psyduck, I don't know. Pretty rough on some of these. So probably this Leafeon with the 10 minus and the Golem with the 10 minus. And then this Slowbro, you can test them out if you really love Slowbro. I mean, CGC grading is sometimes a little lenient. That's what some people complain about it, actually. They complain about it being a little lenient. What are these, Chinese? Got some Captain Pikachus. You got a stamped one? Got a couple of these Master Ball Pikachus. Those are decent, by the way. Okay. I'm sending those two to CGC. The Leafeon's not even worth grading. It's too cheap. All right, sounds good. Let's put him back over here. Good luck on the Golem and the Slowbro. Okay. I'll keep them in the front. Okay. Boop. Thank you, salesman. Okay. Well, we need a new pack break, everybody. What do you guys think? New pack break time? Nice Yamaha outboard motor. What? I would love to find one of those. It's a cool little beginner piano. Wait, I want a cool little beginner piano. Okay, you're selling it to me. It's making me want it. I'm convinced. I have to have it. So what do we got over here? All right. Here is another fossil pack. So since the other one ended before anyone got a chance, I'll run a second one. Okay. Good. Good. There it is once again. This can go back here. Can please people buy my consignment cards? Oh. You guys can always check all the consignment cards. They are listed in the Discord server. I missed it. Anything cool come out of the first fossil pack? Slowbro and Golem from the Uncommons. And then also the rare was a Kabutops. But it wasn't a hollow Kabutops. Now you've made me lose my focus. What was I going to do? Let me try reading this email. I think I was supposed to read an email. Let me go ahead and mark it unread. Okay, looks like we're going to probably be canceling that slab away. This one has a hollow. You owe me a Yamaha machine of some sort. Here we are, Mr. Mark. I'm going to respond to him. All right. There we go. So I just gave him a reply, and the reply was like, huh? After the Dark Zard Hollow pull here in 2021, no vintage pack has treated me extraordinarily well. It's, you know, it's always difficult. It's always difficult. But that's reflected in the price of those vintage cards. When you go look at them, they're just insanely expensive. And, you know, now we know why they're insanely expensive is because people try to pull them and they kind of, you know, crash their boat on the rocks. It's just really, really, really tough. All right. Well, the queue is open. We've got an open queue now. Oh no, I made a mistake with this as well. Hold on. Let me contact this person. eBay keeps doing this to me. Hold on. Wait a second. Let me do this. I need to contact this guy. Okay, give me a second. I gotta write a message. Okay, my correct address is... Type. All right. There we go. And which item is this? Let me see. Let me zoom in. All right, I see the item now. Good. Mister, could you check Discord when you have a chance? Yes. All right. Let's see. The consignment cards, huh? You're interested in selling them. Let's go down to consignment. Let's see. Oops, that's the digital collection. Here we are, all consignment. So you had, there it is. It looks like we took a picture of them together, right? Slowpoke, Golduck. Can I click on this picture? Let me click on the picture. Oh yeah, it's much better to click on the picture. You can see the grades. Slowpoke, Dark Golduck, Charizard, Haxorus, and Seismitoad. I'll think about it, okay? I feel like I'm not at a point where I need those as bad. And that's because they're 9s mainly. Here's some other options. I can forward your cards to a consignor. He will place them into auction. I can mail them to you. Then you can list them on eBay. Potentially, I could list them on eBay, but you have to understand, eBay's going to gobble up a lot of the value of those cards. I'm tempted to offer to list people's items on eBay for them. It's tricky, you know, because I have to keep track of like how this does an input and output to my inventory. So, but maybe if I created like a Discord channel where I literally tracked every single card I sold for people from eBay so that, you know, my accounting could see it. All right, there we go. Yeah, you know, it's really easy to sell some cards because they are like PSA 10. When they're PSA 9, it just takes so long. You got to get just the right buyer who says, ooh, that's the card I'm looking for. And I'm looking for it in a 9. That's what they say. And then you sell it at that point. All right, it's just me and you when we're trapped in a room together, guys. How you guys doing tonight? Talk to me. Someone say something interesting. Here's Luigi. Here's Spearmint Gum. Here's Pikachu. Here's Furry Mario. Here's Magikarp for just $500. And here's Princess Pooch. I'm just listening and reading Discord. Mister, I had sent a second Power Rangers order. Really? How did you send it? Because I don't see it. Tell me all about it, will you? Where did you send for this? Can you tell me where you sent? Let's see. I'm looking for it. Okay, I'm looking for it right now. Okay, so he says it's on PayPal. Salesman, Team Rocket Grunt. Okay. I'm not seeing it. What's the name on this order again? Could you remind me? I know you just ordered it earlier. Let's log directly into PayPal to try and find it. Give me a second here, guys. Sounds like the next order is Power Rangers. Go Power Rangers. Edwin. All right, Mr. Edwin, give me a minute. So I'm going to log directly into PayPal to try and figure this one out because I don't think it showed up in my email. Okay, I'm not seeing it there. Let me go to all transactions. All right, so CS Min, Nathan Gordon, Mr. Mark, Sarah, CS Min, Team Rocket Grunt, Reed Morin, Team Rocket Grunt, Edwin. Oh, is this it? Oh, you ordered it very early. I see. So, okay, so let me get you 3 more. You've been waiting a little while. Sorry about the long wait. It looks like you ordered it much earlier, and I might have mistaken it for the first order because it was the exact same order. Here you are. My bad, my B. Here they are, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We're down to just a couple more packs, and then it's sold out. This is all we got left, everybody. These are $12 per pack. There's 5 packs left. They're super old. They're super vintage. They come with a holographic, and it's just a bit of fun. So toss those over there. The Power Rangers have been selling out super fast. What we got? Snip number 1, snip number 2, and snip number 3. Snip. All right. Lovely. Oops. Boop, 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 boop. What we got? Okay. Here's, oh yeah, you got one of the best cards, it looks like. Because look, the gang's all here. The gang's all here. Wow, very cool, man. Take a look at that, everybody. Now, that's a cool card. I bet that that's one of the most gradable Power Rangers cards we've pulled from Series 2. Here we are. Very nice. That's the most good-looking card we pulled from this set. And it's all yours now. Good job, man. Okay. Good things come to those whose order gets missed. Here's this girl getting, I guess, tied up to have knives thrown at her or something. That's what it looks like. All right. We normally would go through all these commons, but we've seen them like a bunch of at this point. So we know what they look like. It's the same commons. We're interested in just the hollows. That's OG before the Green Ranger. That's the OG, guys. All right, and here's creepy guy. Oh, no. All right, good. That's an OG. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Set that over there. And there we have it. So that's for you, Mr. Edwin. And you have a baggie right over here. We created a new baggie for you. Edwin Delson. That's a new baggie. Let me know if that's not right, if you didn't need a new baggie, okay? All right. Boop. Very nice. I'm making some more pickles, by the way, guys. I got some baby pickles, chopped them up, and now they're sitting in my pickle brine. I always reuse my pickle brine. You guys like pickles? I eat tons of pickles. There's nothing better than like cucumber that's been freshly pickled. Like it's not even fully a pickle yet. It's kind of partially cucumber, you know, because the vinegar hasn't done its job yet. And so you're eating kind of like just a yummy tasting cucumber that has a hint of pickle. All right. Thank you, Mr. Edwin. Sorry about taking my time on that one, but it is done now. So we're all caught up on that. We have a fresh fossil pack running now. So that is a new round. Of course, this is the round with the Gengar in it. And there's the Rainbow Tops pack. So now we have two really solid vintage breaks. Splits, I should call them. We do have a box split. Nobody's joined that yet. New Mega Tyranitar sublist. I don't know if you guys caught that, but the Mega Tyranitar moved forward by 1. Check it out. So this guy is up to 6 out of 12 now. Ooh. Creeping forward. That's a big one, dude. That's a big card. All right, all right. Ooh, Astral Radiance. Here it is. So if you guys want to see an Astral Radiance box split, in this event, everyone orders a booster pack or 2 or 5, and then we open them all together at the same time out of a single box. So these are fun to host, and this time we're doing Astral Radiance. It's got a really cool Palkia in it. It's a really cool Palkia alt art. There's a lot of other cards in the set. It's just that the Palkia alt art is the one that sold for the most recently. What's this? First time. Oh, we got to put a new card in the first time baggie. Let's see. We got Charmander. So for people who place first time orders, you're going to get some bonus cards. Got to be minimum $20. Can't just be like a $2 order. Okay, I won't count it if it's just, you know, a tiny order. It's got to be a larger order of at least $20. But you'll get Charmander, you'll get Ghastly at the same time. A little bonus for new guys. Cool. Neat. Welcome, guys, to the Thursday late night stream. I guess what I can do is price up some more of these. What do we got here? This Meganium, huh? Let's go take a look and see if he's still only $100, because that is just such a good price for a starter. Guess nobody likes Meganium. Poker playing. Meganium. I bought some slabs that just arrived today. Do you guys want to see them? Wow, he's just a cheaper card. Now, this Meganium is from one of the more rare silver gold decks. Gold deck part 2. It's got the Pichus on the back, so that's pretty desirable, the Pichus. We're just going to pop this guy straight into the live customs, in fact. In he goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's just going straight in. He's not. Well, then again, you know, how's the, let me check the Poke Shuffles. What do they got for their hits? Because the live customs doesn't necessarily need it. Poke Shuffle might need it. Let's see what the Poke Shuffle's got. Poke Shuffle's got Simipour, meh. Inteleon 9, meh. And this cute little Wooper. I think it goes into the Poke Shuffles. All right, Poke Shuffles it is. We got to try and give the Poke Shuffle something something to brag about. I think the Meganium's a cool pull. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ta-da! All right. Damn, Meganium, I didn't know you had all that. Number 154B. Meganium. Poker. P10. Chase card. That's a lot of misses. Right there, that's a lot of cold pulls for somebody. But somebody's also going to pull that Meganium, and that's going to be nice. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Man, September can't get here fast enough, man. I can't list that house for sale until the second week of September passes. That's the last person who rents it. So then it's all rented. It's all done renting at that point. I'm going to pop this over here. And let's see this. All right, we'll close this out. There's a Radon. Why is he a red label, I wonder? We have Mr. Ahmad Arabi. What's up, man? One Ascended Heroes and cancel the Topps Charizard. No problem, man. All right, so here is the Ascended. And let's go get that Charizard canceled. You ready? Step in this. Ta-da! All right. Here's... Oh! Wow, it's your lucky day to be opening one pack of Ascended Heroes. That's a highly, highly, highly desirable Pikachu. I think we're going to have to save that in the August recap. Wow. Look at this, everybody. What do you guys think of this? It's always in the next pack, guys. The next pack has the hit. Let's grab it. Crazy how you can open one pack of something and this can happen to you. You just had a very good day, Mr. Arabi. All right. And I'm going to go grab this. Let's see. We're going to click on this. Dang, was expecting a cold one. I think everyone does. But you know what? You took a risk. You opened one pack. That's a risk. And this time, it paid off like crazy. You know, it's kind of funny. Look at the title of the stream. A journey of 1,000 Pokemon cards must begin with a single booster. That's pretty good, right? So we're going to go over here to August recap. And we're going to say Pikachu, SIR, Ascended Heroes from a single pack. And that's going to be 13400. All right. Cool, man. You're going to be featured at the end of the month in a recap video. Now, let's put this back over here. Very cool, man. Boop. Let's see what the likes are, by the way. Do we got any likes on this stream? You know, I never look at the likes anymore. I used to be able to see the likes really easily from the YouTube app, but we're not using the YouTube app anymore. Damn, we got 15 likes. That's nothing. We got to hit 25 likes, guys. Smash that like button for me. That tells me a lot. That tells me if I don't ask for likes, we don't get them. All right, so if I never noticed them, I never mentioned them. You know, there really ought to be a way to see the likes from this app. Is there no way to see that? What's this button do? Oh, no, okay. Yeah, that's important. I can't see the likes from this app. And so I can't see that they're really low. Take a second, smash that like button. For Mr. Robbie, he just pulled this Pikachu, guys. Let's get him a like. All right, new baggie. I think this is a new baggie for you from the looks of it. Okay, let's grab this. All right, congratulations, man. Popping that in there. There are browser add-ons for it. Well, I don't need a browser add-ons necessarily, but the app I'm using to stream, I can't see it. So I'm going to have to check it from time to time using, I don't know, maybe the computer or maybe the iPad. Let me see, we're at 15 likes still. There, now it says 19. The problem is I have to hit refresh to see it. That's no good. Okay. Jump over here. Okay. There we go. And we're going to say $8.26. How much for the Zapdos pack break? $42. $42. Now, the Topps Charizard. Let's figure that one out real fast. We're going to come over here to Slab away. Ta-da! And you've got one right here. PSA 10 Topps Charizard. Let's go grab that. Was it really PSA 10? I don't think it was a 10. Why'd I write PSA 10 down? I don't think I have a 10 to even sell to anyone. Ah, PSA 8. All right, there we go. There it is. $42 per spot says on the pack. Now, give me a second here. Let's do some looking into this. And then I want to see this real fast. Let's see. I just want to check the price here. So here's one with a really old label on it. There's a 7, there's a 9. I'm just doing a little research on it. I want to know how we arrived at such a price. Oh yeah, so the one you bought, you mentioned this. You said you got one at a good price. If you look at it from the thumbnail, it appears to be a silver Charizard. But actually, the person who took their picture just did a really bad job. That's a Rainbow Zard, and they took a picture so bad, they made it look like a Silver Zard. So I probably never noticed that one because, you know, there's a big price difference between Rainbow and Silver. So that was good, man. But, you know, the person who really lost there was whoever had this company, I guess is Arizona TCG. Whoever gave their card to Arizona TCG kind of got screwed there because they just didn't take a picture that showed off the rare, Rainbow Rare foil. Yeah, Rainbow Rare foil is really valuable. I mean, for example, look at this one. So this one's a 6, sold on August 10th, right? Now look, that's a lower grade, sold for $350. So somebody just did a really bad job listing that. So that was a good thing to catch. Now I want to. What I want to do is take a look. Got a nice deal. Yeah, I think you got a nice deal on that. What I want to do is take a look at what is on the market. Let's see. Yeah, they did not sell that very well. If I was scrolling through, I would have thought that was a silver version. Let's see. There's a 7. There's a 7. Here's an 8 sandpaper. Look, this is what's funny. So you see that? Look, see this for 300? That's a silver foil. See that? They called it sandpaper, but it's a silver foil is what it is. So that's a silver foil 8, and it's for a whopping 300. It's literally like twice the price of the one you got. Now this appears to be an 8, but it's like an old label 8. And then what is this one? It does look like my price is too high, though. It really does. I wonder where I got my price from, because I can see a different 8 here. So here's one in Australia. And so even if we copied the Australian one, the price should be around, you ready? Times this number plus this number. So it should be around 667. We did like double that. That's too high. So yeah, no problem, man. We're going to go ahead and cancel this for you now. All right. And I'm not going to do a cancellation fee. There's normally a $20 cancellation fee. So let's have no cancellation fee. And it looks like you're owed $200, which is what you had put down on the card. So I'll go ahead and erase that now. Boom. And then we're going to reprice it as well to be more reasonable. All right. How much would it be for you to regrade the edge like seller we pulled last night? I might want to challenge that pop one. Could you explain what you're talking about there, Mr. Stacked? All right. So does it matter to you if I just write it down like this? It is. Let me just do this real fast. All right. I'll set it there like that for the moment, okay? And then let me go ahead and sleeve this guy up real fast. And I'm going to set this guy aside, okay? We'll take another look at him another day. Charizard Rainbow. Okay. How much would it be for you to grade that etch-like seller we pulled last night? What's an etch-like seller? Whew. I ordered a couple Galaxy Ones. Oh! You want me to regrade it? You mean like pre-grade it? Is that what you mean, pre-grade it? Okay, so pre-grades are $3 per card. That's what it is, okay? $3 per card. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's cool. You know, if you want, I'll give you a discount on a pack of Topps One Rainbow. The irony is we actually have Topps One Rainbow right now. We're selling it for $2.25 a pack. I'm itching like crazy to open a pack of it. Here it is. So we're selling these for, look at that orangish color, obvious rainbow giveaway, whereas the silver versions have more of a sharper red color. So we're selling these for $2.25 if you want to try your shot. Just a thought. That's true for any of you guys, but I'll give you a discount on it if you ever decide to do that, okay? We'll let you do $200 instead of $225. Now, let's see. You think that over. Might not tempt you, but if you like Topps, that's a pretty cool pack to open. And then you want me to do a pre-grade on that Star Wars card. That's $3 to do the pre-grade. That's how that would work, okay? If I ran out of drink, I need more drink. Pre-grade, my bad. God correct for me. Yeah, so it's just $3 per pre-grade. We even check if a card has a shot for Black Label, so we can be very, very useful for figuring out how good or how bad your card is. What do we got here? We got some cards here. Setting for the pre-grade. Sounds good. So here's a Larvitar. This is probably needing a price update. Monkey D. Luffy. Oh, check out this. Topps Psyduck for $250. I talk about this with the Topps cards where it's like, even if you don't get the holographic to grade 10, even a 10 on the non-holos tends to be a hefty price. So we got this Larvitar from Rocket Returns. Let's take a look at Rocket Returns Larvitar. You ready? It's going to say Black Deck. Larvitar. It's referring to the Rocket Returns Black Deck. That's what that means. And the cheapest one... I'm a-looking. Where'd he go? Wow, that McDonald's one is really expensive. Looks like the cheapest Black Deck Larvitar is now $250. So these old vintage cards are moving, man. How many Black Labels have you gotten in your life? Maybe like 5. You know, I criticized the Black Label a lot. I said, you know, they scare me. I said I didn't like Black Labels because there's so many cards that go into the PSA holders as a PSA 10 that never get tested for Black Label. And if you could just test all the PSA 10s for Black Label, the number of Black Labels in the world would blow up. And so my theory was that they're actually, you know, there's more of them than you think. Technically, they're just trapped in PSA holders. And I'm probably still right about that. But also over time, I've kind of come to the conclusion that people are just not going to spend the money to test it. They're too scared. The proposition that their card could come back a 9.5 is probably very scary. And so now look, let's see, what is this? All right, check this out. This card sold on July 5th for $300. Pop 54, standard Psyduck, sold for $300. There it is. So mine's underpriced now. We're doing a rotation on this box. That card needs to go up to $300. That's the last sold, $300. Pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. So this Psyduck moves up to $300 now. Let's see. And that is why the Topps booster packs are serious business. Because it's not all about the holographic card. The idea that you can have a booster pack like this selling for $225, where almost all of the commons are not sticking at all, and they could potentially grade 10, and just one of them could pay for the whole booster pack, while you still get to take a pot shot at the holo to see what you get. That is a sign to open the packs. That is a sign to open the packs. You know, like people talk about this. There's a price point where it makes more sense to buy the slab. Well, there's also a price point where it makes more sense to open the pack. And we're at that for the Topps. All right, how about this Luffy right here, huh? This is Luffy OP9. I'm going to check him as well. He could have been listed up on eBay. Actually, you know what? Since there isn't one of these on eBay, I should definitely just list this on eBay, shouldn't I? This guy's price is correct. All right. What do we have here? Mr. Dallas Willis. And he would like a pre-grade on the Edge card. You got it. All right, so step number 1, we got to find your bag. Here it is. The card with the etching. The Luke Skywalker chase card. You said there's only one of these graded 10 in the world, huh? And you want to challenge that. All right, good luck. PSA Pop 1, Star Wars Luke watch card we pulled here last night. This could be number 2 in the world sitting in our hands right now. Here's... Oh, yes. The front of the card is fantastic. Just great. Let's check the back. Pretty close. My eyes are drawn to this corner up here. It's pretty close. So you're going to be held back by this corner. Here you can see that the corner curls upward. You need to take some device and flatten it. That's my thoughts on the subject. So don't give up on it just because it's like a lip almost. Cards have lips where the card during the cutting process or something. Look, it's also got a little bit of white wisps, which you see on Topps cards. I don't know if that's enough to cause it to lose a grade. It might not be, but this will cause it to lose a grade. But if you can flatten this, you may potentially have a PSA 10, but you're going to have to flatten it. Oops, what did I do there? Now that I know how nice the card is, I kind of want to do this as we put it back in. Put it in the sleeve and clamp it between glass. You know, it's funny, if it was me, I'd probably do something a little more barbaric. I'd probably just take a smooth edge of a Sharpie marker and just kind of smush it. As I've tried to roll it out with the Sharpie marker. I might be able to demonstrate it on it, what you ought to try and do on a, maybe if one of your other cards in here has the same problem. Of course, none of them do, naturally. Doesn't that suck? These are all in great condition. Only the holographic has that bad corner. That's so life. Oh my God, man, doesn't that just sucks, man? Okay, here, maybe this one. What is it? It's just the Death Star. Okay, so let's say we had to flatten this edge out. It's kind of sticking up, right? Well, the first thing I'd probably do is keep it in a sleeve so I can actually handle it without leaving a fingerprint. The second thing I would do is probably look for like a flat surface, maybe like this. And then the last thing I would do is pull out my handy dandy Sharpie marker. Use my finger to clamp it in place. Let's get it up on the edge of the slab. You can do it, you don't have to do it on a slab. You can do it on all kinds of surfaces. Did it work? Looks like it worked. Just on one try there. So you need to do something like that to that card. I could do it, but I'm pretty scared because I don't want to be the one to ruin your card, to be honest. I'll let you ruin your card. There it is, though. That's the idea. Do you get it? Fixing a card, you know, who was it? It was Musabat. He pulled a nice card today. It was the Meowth from Jungle. He needs to flatten his card out, too. Did you guys like that, though? That was pretty fast, huh? Oh, wait a second. Whose cards are these? These are yours, too, aren't they? Here we are. Sorry about that. Get all these back in. Was that helpful? That was helpful, right? The Pop 1 is listed from the PSA Vault for $7,500. $7,500? Think of all the Pokemon cards you could open with that money. People going crazy. They've gone cuckoo. Here's Bulbasaur. I don't know. Here's Weedle. Look at that Weedle. I'll take it for $7,500. Uh-huh. $200. Best I can do. I take all the risk. All right, we have no orders in the queue. If you guys want to have fun tonight, send in an order. If you want to have any fun tonight, let's take a look at our booster pack baggie where I show off booster packs that people are opening. So we got this Palday Evolved, chance for a Magikarp in here, Topps Marvel Chrome from 2024. These are really popular, and some of the cards from this set are selling for absurd amounts. We have Topps Pokemon Rainbow 225. Storm Emeralda. People are opening a lot of Storm Emeralda. We haven't pulled another Rayquaza in a while. We also never pulled the Golden Rayquaza. Here's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Series 2. We're almost sold out. Brown Dust is a booty butt card set. Pitch Black, one of the later English Pokemon sets. The Boys. I think this ought to just get listed up on eBay, the booster box we have left. Here's some Gengar. Here's some Harry Potter ahead of the release of the HBO Harry Potter series. Here's ReZero, a new set on the menu, and Lorcana, a new series on the menu. We brought Lorcana Attack of the Vine in. There's some kind of like super cool, I guess, Winnie the Pooh card to go after. He sells for like $1,000. Disney cards. Let's talk about them for a second. They're doing really well. Apparently, Lorcana cards are selling for a lot of money, and somebody's buying up all the bubblegum Mickeys. Somebody even came into our Discord today and was talking about that too. Because, you know, I'm somebody who pays attention to the bubblegum Mickeys all the time because I'm always looking for one. And I can't find any more. They're all gone now. They all sold. They're all gone. Mister, how did my jungle cards look to you? I think the Jigglypuff looked pretty promising. Yeah, I agree. I think your Jigglypuff potentially should be one to send into CGC. Definitely. The Pooh Wizard card is pretty neat. That's right. Winnie the Pooh, the Wizard. The Wizard of Oz. Let's see. We just got a dead queue. There's nothing in it. I mean, I can do whatever I want. What should I do? I should, maybe we should pick out a new lightning break. Because the other lightning break is over. And I was observing, of course, that we need to make sure we're choosing lightning breaks that don't just easily fit into the live customs or easily fit into the Poke Shuffle. So I think it should be something substantial. Totodile, Shanks, Snorlax, Poker Lilies. Super nice. Let's see. Nami, Suicune, Alakazam, Alakazam, huh? He could be a break easily. Here's Captain Pikachu, Poker, Cubone Pikachu. That's a pretty cool card. Another Nami, double Namis. Muzabot might like the Namis. What else we got here? Oh, the guy who drew the Rayquaza was the illustration contest winner. He drew this Pikachu. We tried to sell that, but nobody wanted it. And I bet you now it's worth more than what we were selling it at. Squirtle, Gray Ninja, Charizard, this lovely Snorlax, Quillfish, Entei, Birthday Pikachu, Classic Pikachu. That's a temptation, huh? Classic Pikachu, huh? Let me think about it. Pikachu Poker. Pikachu Poker is cool. The Alakazam card is cool. Yeah, I think he's cool too. McDonald's Pikachu. Gyarados, man, he's nice. I love the Dark Gyarados from the Rocket set. That Dark Gyarados artwork. Ooh, he's cool. Isn't he cool? Here's another one of those fishes. Okay. Here's that dirt cheap Leafeon. XY Charizard. Ooh, decisions. Alakazam Alt Art. I think I'm gonna do that Alakazam. He's kind of cool, isn't he? Just something simple. Something tells me I should look into these cards and consider getting some of those into the Poke Live Customs. All right, so we're gonna take that Alakazam right there, and let's just take a quick look at him, okay? He probably came back in one of the returns. Looks like we had him priced at $150. Take a quick look. Alakazam. His number's what? 203? All right. So, here are my thoughts on Alakazam. Alakazam's going right up into the live customs. He's just not expensive enough to be a break. I can hold him for a couple years and wait for him to get expensive. But I don't really have time for that. So he's going into the live customs. He's a great card. Someone's going to enjoy pulling him out of there. He's going to go in for $150. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There he is. There he is. The Alakazam is pretty neat. Yeah, I have to agree. He's a great looking card, and somebody's going to be happy to pull him out of the live customs. Number 203. Alakazam. T10. Great pull. Okay. Do you guys like to watch the do you guys like to watch the live customs being built? This is what it looks like. It looks exactly like this. There it is. Here we are. And here we are. All right. Grabbing these. Oh. Putting this over here. Into the lives it goes. So that guy's not going to be a lightning break, is he? He's a nice card, though. We need something that's worthy of the lightning break. I'm not worthy. This Totodile, maybe. I love these Snorlaxes, by the way. That's why I bought more of them. God, those are cool. What was back here? We already checked this? Looks like we did. Galarian Slowking, huh? Ooh, that's nice. Vaporeon 9, huh? Ooh. Ooh. What are these cards, man? I gotta do something with these. Well, Let me see. How about Leafeon? He seems really cool. All right, so once again, I suspect this card is so cheap that you might as well just toss it into the live customs. He's not truly worthy of becoming the Lightning Break. Lightning Break should be over $400. We shouldn't even call it the Lightning Break. What's the point? Let's see. Leafeon, Terastal. All right, let's try this out. You know, I'm getting some ideas. I got some ideas in my head. Was that a Cardos Pikachu I saw? That would be a good break. Yeah, he's cool as hell, isn't he? He's cool. I kind of want to bring back the old style live customs where they were hits in a row. They were like linear. They were progressive. You pulled a cold one and everyone knew a hot one was coming closer. I missed those. I do. I missed them. I wonder if the current box of live customs can be converted into something that looks more like the Poke Shuffles, where it's just, no, I don't like that either. Because if we do that, I can't add bonus cards in there. So I think to truly host a new round of the live customs where it was linear progression again, we need some kind of empty booster pack. We need somebody to open a lot of one kind of booster pack for that to work. And the closest thing we have to that is people opening all that Storm Emeralda, but I don't have any more Storm Emeraldas. So we need to open a ton of like Mega Dreams. That's the trick. We need a bunch of Mega Dreams saved up. I'm gonna have to remember that. Okay, I want to bring back the old style live customs and have them run next to each other. The randomly shuffled one and the old style linear progression one. I'm gonna bring them back. I like them. It's just like a different kind of, it's a different kind of break where it's like you're wondering, is it hot? Is the next one hot? It messed with your mind a little bit. You're like, am I going to miss if I give up? But let's see. How about this Pikachu? This guy's certainly crazy. That's a good Pikachu. Classic deck Pikachu. There was just one of these in the deck. He seems like a worthy lightning break. Let's take a quick look. We're going to say PSA 10. Classic Pikachu. Let's just see what pops up real fast. I want some ideas here. Okay. Let's see. It looks like, it says 1 in 12. It looks like we can do 1 in 11 on this card. So I can do less than 1 in 12. The sniper game was a lot more fun. Well, it wasn't as active because most people were waiting to see someone else pull a cold one out. That's the truth. But yeah, it was like a sniper game, wasn't it? Okay. Here we go. This shall be $40. 1 in 11. How nice is that? Good. And we can still call this the lightning break for fun, just because we use symbols. All right. Oh, yeah. So new lightning break is in. The previous one was an XY Tyranitar. This one is Classic Collection Pikachu. An absolutely stunning, beautiful card. This card's 3 years old already, and it's from the Classic Collection, which I have a whole bunch of this stored up because I loved it. So I got more of those I can grade. I can grade them anytime I want. So what do we got for breaks now? Let's take a look. We got the Mega Tyranitar. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We also have this extremely expensive Pikachu art rare. Okay. Those are huge. Those are big ones. We've got the One Piece. How are we doing on likes, everybody? I'm going to start checking likes every day now. We can't be doing terrible on likes. We need 25 likes, okay? That's what we need. What we got? We got 20. We need 5 more. The rule for the likes, guys, we have a rule. If we have about 50 watchers, we need about 25 likes. So help me out with that, okay? By the way, who's got the #1 crown? Is you, Andy Man? You're going on the free. There we go. You're going over here, Andy Man. Andy Man's got the crown. Who else? Who's got the second one? Magician's Hobby. Andy Man. And number 16, Magician Hobby. That's how we're doing that right now. Thanks, guys. Good deal getting those crowns. I don't know what you did to get the crowns, but you did something. Maybe you just talk more. I don't know. But hey, that's valuable. All right, in the trade slab, we got breaks. There's table breaks, that's for sure. So we got this clever trade break. It's yellow deck Charmander. That's quite rare. That's a very rare card. And then we've got Mario, Ace of Spades, classic poker card. So I'm the poker guy. I always have a lot of poker cards for sale. I actually just bought, and I've got 2 more poker cards. They just came in today. I'll show you them if you want. Here's Pikachu. You want to see my poker cards? I just got 2 more. Here's Shanks. This is for One Piece lovers, but, you know, it's kind of stuck at 4 out of 15, and the buy-in's only $25. So we need more One Piece followers to get that guy moving. Here's the Pikachu. Now, I'm convinced this one will move. This one's at 1 out of 36, and that's actually pretty good. Because if you recall, that's already faster moving than the 151 Charizard, and he was only 60, 1 in 36. So people want this card, that's for sure. He just requires so much cash. It's going to take a long time. He requires a lot of cash. I'll be sure to make a video showing him off, okay? We haven't shown him off yet. People don't know we have him. Same here. This card requires a lot of cash. Somebody's got to lose a lot of cash for somebody else to pull him for 40 bucks. So they just take a while. There's no doubt about that. But this one doesn't have to take so long. He's 41-11, 31-9, 5-1-34, and then the vintage splits. Who doesn't like a vintage split? I like a banana split. Actually, I hate banana splits. Does anyone here like banana splits? That's got to be like the worst ice cream dish ever. Bananas and ice cream do not belong together. I don't care what you say. You can't convince me otherwise. So, I'm very dogmatic in my ice cream beliefs. Let me go get these cards. All right, I got a drink here that I forgot to bring into the room with me. Here we are. It's very nice. It was sitting in the receiving area. It's still cold. Lily. Poker Lily. The person who graded these up is nuts. He underpriced them. I don't know why he priced them so cheap. I'm not complaining. Maybe he doesn't. Oh, cool. It shifted toward the middle. That's great. That shows you can shift these around in their holder. He must not know how hard it is to get these cards because these are rare. Lily. These will be repriced at a much higher price when this market on the Lily cards moves, because it will. Have you ever seen a Lily card so complete? That's a fantastic Lily artwork. So, that's just like bananas and rice. Let them know in the video how rare it is to pull the Gengar Chew, and then emphasize that it's already a 10 exclusive to Chinese. LMFAO, that is a great card. That's a very good card. Now, I don't even collect waifu cards like that, but I know somebody out there is collecting them. And I saw how cheap it was, and I said, holy hell, that's cheaper than the actual deck. Who's doing that? Somebody who's desperate to sell, or maybe somebody who bought the deck a very long time ago and paid nothing for it. Somebody like that for sure. All right, let's see if there's any orders in the queue on this slow Thursday night. It's Thursday night. It wasn't that slow at the beginning. It was actually pretty busy at the beginning, but now we are moved on to a little bit of a slow portion. You know what's crazy about these stream sometimes. Sometimes we sit here, we don't do anything for a minute, and then like everyone piles in right at the end. Like it'll be like 6 a.m. in the morning, and I'll be getting like 3 or 4 orders at the same time. It's like, bro. I love the Classic Collection cards, especially the Pikachu. Well, there he is. Classic Collection Pikachu has become the new Lightning Break. We have a new Lightning Break, everybody. What do you think of that? What's this back here? I just got a box of cards back here. What's this all about? Oh. Oh, that's where all this stuff went. I was wondering where this went. Oh, my God. Can you imagine having so many cards where you can have, like, thousands of dollars of it disappear and you don't know where? I was looking for this because I was tempted to make this the next break, but we made the Pikachu Gengar the next break. Here's... Oh, Lugia. Lugia. Here's... Oh, baby. Togepi. Here's Snorlax. Here's Pikachu. Aha, yet another lily. Yes, there's somebody buying these lilies up. It's called TheCardconomist, and he's got infinite money for it. That's not true. I definitely do not have infinite money for that. I have very finite money. You have to make smart moves. Magneton, Pokemon Center Magneton, nice. Detective Pikachu, that's nice. What do we got here? What we got here, baby? Here's Houndour. Houndoom, Haxorus. Ooh, one of those Magnezones that has a big fat friggin' swirl on top of his head. Ooh. We all try not to spend money, then eventually we break and send in an order. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Here's that Kingler, huh? That Kingler's cool. We could probably price up the Kingler. I think we had him priced up, and then somebody returned him from Slab away, and then I just put him in the box afterwards. I like CGC 10s. You know why? It's like one of the only ways to get affordable 10s anymore. If you don't buy them that way, you're going to pay like, I don't know, like 20 times more in a PSA 10 because everyone thinks PSA is so good. You got to get PSA 10. It's too bad, but okay. PSA sets the market, I guess, you know. PSA decides the rules or something. It feels like we all live under the guidance of PSA's pricing.
Only PSA.
CGC 10, Kingler, Expedition, Reverse. So we're looking for this very specific card. And here is a pristine one. All right, so there's a pristine 10. Let me check out the PSA 10 on this. Let's check out PSA 10, and then we'll check out how much I paid for it. Okay, he's very expensive as a PSA 10. He's a very expensive card. And then let me go to purchases. All right, so we know what we paid for it. So, let me jump right back to CGC. We got to pick a price for this guy. Oops. Well, Mister, you cough more than the oddish smokers. I have some problem. I don't know what it is. I probably ought to see a doctor about it. All right. It could very well be exposure to Pokemon cards, because that is I have a very extreme lifestyle where I'm exposed to cards all day, and I may be developing a lung problem that could develop into lung cancer one day. Here it is, because I cough an awful lot. We don't need this. It is a little concerning, wouldn't you say? All right. Maybe when we move to Las Vegas, the cough will go away. Or maybe it'll get much worse. Who knows? Who knows? I'm asking $350 on this reverse hollow Kingler. Pretty nice. Mr. needs to do a CGC collection video. We do have some nice CGC cards laying around. I keep a number of these CGC gem mints as well. All right, let's see. I know one thing we got to do, but I just don't want to do it. I got to get these Zelda cards all priced up. I don't want to work on that. I'm like too lazy for it. What is this? What? I got even more of these Mickey Mouse cards? I didn't even know these were laying here. You don't see what you got laying around until you see what you got laying around. What is this? Soda Pup. Suppose she's a nitwit. Oh, that's a card number 5. Wow. And this is card number 16. So these are type 1s. The one guy said that the type 1s are more valuable, and I have to agree. The type 1s do seem to sell for more. I don't get it, though. Like, over here, this is a type 2, right? And it's called Soda Pup. And ice cold drinks for 5 cents, a soda pop. It's got an umbrella, and there's Pluto. It's a great card. So why wouldn't this be similarly valued to, like, you know, I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense. And they all say 1935, so they're all from the same year. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. So, okay, so we got more of these Mickey Mouse cards laying around. Look at these. We got to get rid of these, too. I graded a ton of... Oh, that says other shuffle. So this is already accounted for. I bet you this one is, too. I bet they're both already accounted for. I bet they're both in the other shuffle. All right. No one's pulled them yet, but they're in the other shuffle. Time to wear a face mask when streaming. What? I'm not wearing a face mask. All right, guys. Well, it's 4:30 and the queue is empty. How long have we been live? 2 hours? I am tempted to wrap it up here because I can go play video games or relax or something if I'm not sitting in here. Here's Mario and Luigi. I understand if you guys are saving up for a new set that's coming out, or maybe you're waiting for that Friday paycheck to hit or Saturday paycheck. So I might call it quits and go to bed early. I have to take Karis to the doctor Friday morning anyways, so it's one of those days. Hey, what's up? Victoria tells Skittles. We got the Wax Link pack and the Wax Mario pack. Wonder if I should put one of these in the live customs. You think people would want one of these in the live customs? That would be an interesting gym break. So got all these slabs here. I'm just looking around, seeing what's around the table, you know. We got, here's our Weiss Marvel gym break. We have opened like 3 of those, but recently nobody's jumped into that. Those are rare booster packs. We've got our Riftbound, which has been very popular lately. Here's some Wise here, SpongeBob. See, I think the SpongeBob could probably actually go back into the other room. What are these? What are those? ReZero. ReZero did not end up selling very well. So we bought a case of ReZero because my supplier told me that they had it, and it's just sitting there. So ReZero, not popular. Oops. I like it when we buy sets that sell really fast. That's my favorite. We have sold a little bit of it, though. But you know what's interesting about it? Nobody's pulled any chase cards out of it. So it's actually still a hot set. Maybe people need to be told that because they're worried someone's already taken the hot ones out. Let's see. We got our coins. We got our Gem 5s. Looking all around. I want to see what's around me. We got all these great Magic cards. What about this? Is this empty? I think this is still empty. We were trying that thing again where people were going to donate cards, but I ended up not liking it because the folder's too dirty. You know, I need to buy a brand new one of these folders. All right, so we were thinking about creating a new donation folder where you could donate your signature or something to the box. Excuse me. All right. Time to wear a face mask. You're funny, man. Well, I think that's probably going to be it. I'm going to check the queue one last time. It's 4:34. I think we wrap it up a little early tonight. Just a bit of a slow night. Nothing wrong with that. That happens sometimes, especially if there's nothing interesting going on. Okay, let's see. Hit refresh here. All right, that's it. That's the end of the stream. I'll see you guys for the Friday daytime stream. See you later, everybody.